Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace. Here I'm running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And it's been a long time, my friends, but here we find ourselves again in another Code Red emergency. That is right, my friends. It is September 11th, exactly 1 week from today. Veterans will report to New Jersey Devils training camp, and the big question, the multi-million-dollar question remains, will Dawson Mercer be at camp with our New Jersey Devils? And now, this has been lingering on for a while. A lot of people have been talking about it. I was thinking from a few weeks ago that this would have been a done deal by early September at the latest. And as the weeks went on, we've seen reports and things, and now it seems as though the newest news is that the Devils and Mercer will likely come to a bridge deal. And for those that are not familiar with what a bridge deal is typically a couple-year deal for a little bit lesser money per year in a situation like Dawson Mercer is currently in, before he gets his monster payday. So in this example, as a restricted free agent, the Devils could either offer him one of these bridge-type deals for a couple years, or they could try to extend him long-term on like a 5 or 6 year deal, or possibly longer. He's super young, and that is a possibility. However, the Devils currently stand with like a hair under $5 million in cap space, and so I would imagine that on a long-term deal, Dawson Mercer and his agents are looking for north of $5 million for sure, and it wouldn't be feasible for the Devils to do a long-term deal for Mercer right now. They also have other unrestricted free agents coming up next year and the year after. We have Luke, Nemitz, and so these guys are going to get sizable increases in pay from their entry-level deals, and the cap situation could get a little dicey for old Fitzy in the next couple of years, depending on what happens. So we still do not have a deal for Dawson Mercer. While the deal is not in place yet, I do have faith that the Devils and Mercer will come to an agreement and he will be in camp. But we're cutting it super close, and this is super dicey. We're 1 week away, like I said, to not have the deal in place. It's a little troublesome, in my opinion. A little troublesome, a little worrisome, and I'm hoping that this all gets hammered out in the upcoming days, because as it gets closer and closer to camp, it's going to become more and more of a thing. And like I said, I have to believe Fitz is aiming for that bridge deal a couple years. I'd imagine it'll probably land somewhere around $4 million. Plus or minus. I'm sure Fitzy would like it to be much closer to like 3.5 or 3.75 or something like that, and Mercer's team probably would like it much closer to 5. Maybe we land at like 4.25 or something. Yeah, I would think somewhere between 4 and 4.25 times 2 years is my official prediction of where this will end up, and hopefully it gets done sooner than later. But this is obviously, the money and. This is where sports can get a little dicey with money and contracts and all that stuff, and we're seeing it here. And hopefully it just doesn't become an issue. This gets handled and he goes to camp. I do have faith. However, like I said, being 1 week away, I am now officially concerned. I thought this would have been wrapped up a couple weeks ago at the latest, and we're a week away. I mean, people have been talking about this from July, and it doesn't seem like they're any closer, but I'd imagine things will get intensified as each day rolls off the calendar. Training camp starts. Rookies are going to be at camp today. I'll be back hopefully talking about some of that with any news, notes, or anything worthwhile that comes out of the first day of rookies at training camp. But I'm officially nervous. And I am hitting 911. Now, like I said, I do think it happens, but I'm calling 911. I'm getting the medics in here because this is a little too close for comfort, in my opinion. And I don't think Mercer is a guy we could really afford to go into the season without. I mean, I hope we don't see a holdout. I mean, we've seen it before. Contract holdouts are a thing. I hope we don't see it in this case. That would be absolutely brutal. You guys know my thoughts. I think our top 4 forwards are absolutely phenomenal. Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt are amongst the best top 4 in the entire league. And by virtue of that, I think our top 6 will be very good. I personally had Mercer pretty much cemented in the top 6 as the 5th kind of guy, with the potential to get bumped out by somebody if, someone's play demands that they get top 6 minutes over Mercer. But I thought for sure he was going to start off in that top 6 with the 6th guy to be figured out either during camp, preseason, or early season. But without Mercer, that top 6 takes another hit. And then you're talking about trying to fill 2 top 6 spots with the, Tatars, and whoever else, you want to throw out there as a possibility. Possibly Cotter, possibly Nason situationally. And guys are going to have to step up. If that happens, I hope it doesn't. I don't think it will. But just thinking out loud with all of you, not having Mercer, that top 6 really takes a hit. It really, really does. Devils can't afford it. And for Mercer's career and everything else, hopefully this just gets figured out. And he eventually becomes a long-term piece of this Devils club. Because from a couple years ago, I thought he was going to be one of the guys that's going to be around for a while with this nucleus and hopefully, raise the Stanley Cup in a Devils jersey. And I think he could be a great player. Obviously, coming off a down year, probably going against them right now in these negotiations. They're possibly fierce. Maybe some feelings are getting hurt. But either way, this must get done soon. Let me know in the comments what you guys think the deal lands at. I'm going 2 times, somewhere in that range, probably like 2 times, 4.1. I could see 4.25, like I said, somewhere in there. I'm sure, again, Mercer's agent wants more, and Fitzy probably wants to be way down. But I think they land at somewhere between that 4 and 4.25 a year times 2. If it's less, that'd be great. But we only have a hair under $5 million in cap space, so it pretty much seems to take the long-term deal off the table for now. And I'm curious, in a hypothetical situation, because a lot of you like playing with these capology type situations, what would you guys give as a max term and average annual value to Mercer today if cap space was not an issue? Would you go $5 million times 5 years, $5 million times 6 years, $6 million times 5 years, et cetera, whatever it is? Throw that out there in the comments. I'm very curious to know, if cap space was not a thing, if we were looking to get a long-term deal done, what is your max yearly pay and years for Mercer? Very curious to see what everyone says about that. But I'll be back soon. Camp is opening with the rookies. Lots of things are coming up. Just got back from the Martin Brodeur golf tournament, the MB30 Invitational. I had a phenomenal time. Thanks again to my friend Brian. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. I just uploaded that yesterday. Good times. Caught up with some old-time players, and it was just a great day. But I'll be back soon. Throw anything out there, Devils, in the comments. I love talking to you all. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.